let's go.
What year is it?
What year is it? What year is it?
I blacked out and entered a coma for 20 years.
You were trapped in Jumanji.
I was trapped in Jumanji. You're right. I was just released right now. Tell me, is VHS still in?
It can be.
Okay, good.
If you want it to.
Looking at your description, and I see you're missing a goal there.
What goal?
You're missing a very specific little goal. You're just like, what?
Hold on.
If you guys subscribe to Miharu the Fox right now, if she gets to 10k subs, she will play Spyro.
Well, yeah, but, well, I didn't want to, yeah.
I am sorry, should I not have said that?
No, it's fine. I just didn't, like, that wasn't one of the, I mean, yeah, that is a goal, but, like...
It's a funny goal.
Okay, I don't know why the music's kind of fucked.
What happened to the music?
I don't know. It sounded fine when I started this, and then suddenly it got fucked. And then I don't know why my frickin' my VTuber isn't responding to what I say.
No. Little cute Miharu VTuber, respond. Don't mind me, I'll just create another profiles to watch Miharu suffer.
Huh.
Alright, who we got? We got Roxas, Amani, Trey, Todd Howes, Alexia, Trey, if I didn't already say, which I think I did. D&D Geek, and Jace Blue. Hello. I hope I didn't leave anyone out. I don't think I did. Miharu is a little less than halfway through her goal of getting a new laptop, so please donate for that.
Spyro.
Alright. I really don't think I'm just gonna... I really don't think I'm gonna finish it all today, because I just remembered right now that I have to do the Sparks levels.
Oh, shit.
Hello, Sparks. Before you take on those nasty crawdads, I should give you some help. To start, let's practice.
Milo, hello.
Milo Pyro.
You can also move quick.
FKA as the infamous Coke fiend who has a childhood crush on Teenage Coco. That's just me, dude.
Now for the hard part. Being
I think that's me you're describing. What's 9 plus 10? Roxa says as he donates $21. 21.
21.
Not only that, but some butterflies will give you special
That's really good.
powers, though only for a short time.
Brian Curtis, hello. What up?
Let that child
get to the
alone.
Sparks levels.
Much faster if you
What's
use the
9
power
plus
up.
10?
Just eat any power-up butterfly.
Venomous.
Oh shit, I forgot to do this. Okay, good. Yeah, give me the butterfly.
So many peeps are here. They're easily the most repetitive levels in 3. I don't mind the Sparks levels, to be honest.
I don't like them. I think all the enemies suck ass.
Well, some of the levels can be kind of fun.
If you need any more guidance, just choose the controls option.
It does feel a bit. I think it's because of how slow you go and whatever. It can feel a bit weird. Mainly if you do them all like one after another, which is usually how I do them. But
9 plus 10 is 21. You don't know math?
Boo. Listen, get your calculator out. If it tells you anything otherwise, it's wrong. This is common knowledge. And verse, hi. Chat to speak delay. Oh. What's 33 plus 77? The Agent 9 levels were massively improved in Reignited. Kinda. I mean, well, yeah. I'd probably say so. For me, I have to change up my entire control scheme.
I wouldn't say massively improved, I would say improved.
Yeah. I don't mean like the actual control scheme in the menu, but I have to like literally play with the analog stick, which I never do for Spyro otherwise. The only use I make of the right analog stick in Reignited is just to tilt the camera down sometimes if I need to make a jump, which you just can't do in the original. It does help. I'm not above giving him credit, or I'm not. What's the term? I wouldn't put myself so above as to like not give it credit where credit's due. My autistic brain can see past your jokes.
And that's the good thing.
Isn't it 1,000? Yes, 1,000. No. No, you're good. Sometimes the humor comes from blatantly stating something as if it's not a joke, but that's the joke. Because it's obviously supposed to be a joke. I can see how that kind of humor can get lost on a lot of people because they'll think that we're serious when we're not. So sometimes I try to, like when I make jokes on like when I do like written jokes, like on Twitter or something, I have to put like lol or like an XD at the end so people know I'm not like serious. Because I don't know how that works with like other like bigger YouTuber people or influencer people. They can just say something blatantly, but everyone knows that they're joking. So they'll get like all the likes and shit and retweets. But then like if we try to say that, like if we try to make a blatant joking statement, but without any like lols or any emojis or emoticons or anything, people are gonna think we're serious and they're gonna think we're assholes. But it's supposed to blatantly be a joke, but they think that that's our actual, those are actual thoughts on whatever it is we're joking about or whatever.
The analog versus D-pad debate? No, we didn't even talk about that.
I didn't watch this chaos. wait, Webbin?
What? No,
Oh, Lunarbound, hello.
Lunarbound was saying the analog versus D-pad debate. I said we weren't even discussing that.
But now that we are, let's. I like D-pad.
No, let's not actually.
No, yeah, I was saying, no, well, I said I play with the D-pad because that's what I know, that's what I grew up with. In Reignited, because they, you know, allowed for the camera to be positioned up and down, you can move the camera up and down, which you couldn't do in the original Spyro. I do use the analog stick for that in Reignited sometimes, but I can't play with the analog stick when controlling my character in any OG or OG inspired Spyro or Crash stuff.
Dale, what do you mean we love Sparks levels? No!
Ew.
We do not love Sparks levels! At least I don't.
So look, Dale knows what's up. They're fun. Now see, again, he could just be being sarcastic. He could just be being.
Be bean. He's a bean.
He's a good bean.
How many times have I beaten this game? Like
Master Hello.
completed it. Like completed it 117%. The Reignited version, like probably 4 or 5 times. And the original version twice.
Hey, not me, man. I was just saying earlier, I actually do kind of, I don't mind the Sparks levels.
Nice work,
Sparks haters.
If you do them all,
You've beaten the
if you do them all one after another, if you're doing them all consecutively, they can feel a bit weird. But if you space them out, I think it's not a bad time. Favorite minigame in Spyro 3? Ooh, that's a good question.
That's easy.
Because the ones I don't like come to mind faster than the ones I do like.
Yeah, I know. I mean, me too. But like,
skateboarding stuff.
Sergeant Bird boat collecting, Enchanted Towers.
The skateboarding levels for me, both of them. I wish they did more skateboarding, to be honest. I'm surprised that they put so much of the marketing towards Spyro on the skateboard. You know, that only happens twice in the whole game.
I'm not a true Spyro fan. You know it.
Unless, of course, you consider the race levels against the Rhinox and Lost Fleet, and then the Yeti race, which I don't. I only count skateboarding on a skateboard. Only happens twice in the game.
True Bianca fan, yes. True Spyro fan, I don't know.
Heh. Mark, he says, lowercase with a K, just the way I like it. K-O-Y.
Hi, Spyro. Hi, Sparks.
I'm gonna
Yes,
spell your
Mark
name with
with
an
a
I
K is a
instead of
true
a Y.
Spyro fan. Mark with a C, I don't know about that. I'm gonna turn my...
Alright. I'm
gonna
I can leave.
turn the VTuber off.
Oh no. But she's so cute. What am I supposed to Google at?
I don't know. I feel like it's slowing everything down. Because I have to... My computer needs to update, and I didn't do it.
Oh, well. I should have done that. Were either of y'all where's that, a fan of 29 Pro Skater? Hell yeah, right here. Grew up with the series. Really bummed that we didn't get 3+4. Because that was planned. Sour Cream Cat, hello. Oh yeah, that came out recently, Trey. That they're gonna do a Foster's reboot.
And another Powerpuff Girls reboot.
Yeah. On a lesser caring scale, they're gonna reboot Powerpuff. I will say Power Rangers, Powerpuff Girls again. And apparently, someone somewhere made it very known that the CW one's still actively in development, which I don't think anyone really cares about.
I think pretty much everybody forgot about it at this point.
Also, I don't think I said it before, but Styles, hi.
Also, what do you mean? A lesser caring note?
Oh, because no one liked the first reboot,
Oh, okay.
so I don't think people had faith in this new one.
I mean,
Okay, maybe that's just my thought. I don't want to speak as if. Well, first off, I can't call myself like a Powerpuff Girls fan, so I never really watched it.
all right.
But
well,
I think it's just my own dumb fucking like thought process talking, because the way I see things, if you have because I've had multiple instances where this has happened, where I've actively voiced opinions like this, like the following, where like for example, I can think of specific examples. They want to do another Death Note Netflix series, and I'm like, okay, fucking why, when the movie was such shit? Like, I already feel you already have this one thing you tried and no one liked it, so what? Even if it's a different team, are you aiming to like correct the right the wrongs that the first reimagining did? Like, I know you're gonna have your own spin on it, but like when that already left, when like the last thing for that series already left a bad taste in the fans' mouths, why should they feel the need to get hyped over this new thing that's going to happen with it? Like,
I mean, like, I get that. It's just because what I was saying is like, everyone's thinking like just because like, oh, Craig McCracken's involved, just because the original creator's involved, like, oh, it's automatically gonna be good. No, it's like Christy Lee was involved in Shaolin Chronicles. Look how that shit turned out.
Exactly. But but here's the thing. People were allowed, well, I say allowed as if, you know, there was a say in it, but I mean, like, it was understandable for people to get excited about Chronicles before it came out because Showdown was so good. If Showdown came out, then we got Chronicles and it sucked. Okay, now imagine if they said, hey, we're bringing Sheldon Showdown back. What would be your first initial reaction? Would your initial reaction be...
No, my first reaction would be, no, fuck it.
Yes, there you go. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Would you be like, oh my god, what could happen? Or would you be like, because, you know, Chronicles happened, and that was the last thing that Sheldon Showdown ever got, and it wasn't very good. Why are we touching Sheldon Showdown again? You know, like, that's where I always go to.
Yeah, I get that. But, like, no, it's like, for me, it's like, it's like, I don't know, for me, oh my god, god damn, I fucking got the wrong butterfly again, fuck. It's just like, I don't want a reboot of it. Because it was already good. And it can't be, it will never be as good as it was. So, don't touch it.
Well, exactly. Well, that's what I think. I mean, that is the whole reboot, remake, spin-off debate. That it's like, when the first one was so good, or even if the last thing tied to that IP wasn't very good, why would you bother trying to do something again with it in that sense? Like, it's funny because some series I feel, again, it's all based off opinion, it's all based off preference, it's all based off if you're even a fan or not, where some series might deserve to have some more stuff. I think we deserve to see something for Spyro, for example. But a lot of people are wondering what the hell's going on with that Avatar Netflix series, when the last thing that they tried to do that was a live action Avatar was the Shyamalan movie, and everyone makes fun of it, and it's not very good. And even in the original conception of that project, the original creators of the show were a part of that Netflix series, but then they left. And after they left, more info came out about the show, and they were going to start changing characters' backstories and stuff around. And the more things that came out for it, I think started to turn people off to the idea of this thing. Because even I was like, oh, okay, I was cautiously optimistic. I was like, what could they do with the live action show where they have more time to dive into the characters' stuff and all that, the way the original show did. But then, you know, the creators went on to create Avatar Studios, and they're doing animated films and shows of their own. And I'm more excited for that at this point now, I think, than I am for the live action show. Because now without the creative leads there, the ones who, you know, created the original show, and with what I've heard from my friend Chase, who's a massive Avatar fan, about those character changes, I don't know. Like, it's not quite Shyamalan levels of, well, at least we don't know yet, but it doesn't seem to be quite the Shyamalan levels of, like, what the fuck, but, like, it's kind of up there. It's just very bizarre. And that's where I'm like, what? Okay, then why do you feel the need to do that? Why can't you just create a faithful Avatar thing, or maybe just leave it alone? Because that was years ago. If the creators of the show want to come back to it, that makes sense. But to, you know, have a whole other team do their own take on Avatar, I don't know. It's a very weird scenario at the moment. That's just how I feel, though.
I don't know. Like, it's kind of like the you know, live action One Piece thing. Like, I want to see it. I want to see what they do with it, but I don't know.
Because it's like, to my knowledge, there hasn't really been a bad One Piece thing. You know, I've never heard any actual unanimous outcry of like, hey, this one last thing that's come out for One Piece isn't good, so why are you bothering fucking doing a live action thing?
Well,
at the same time, though,
I mean, there have been bad One Piece things. I mean, some people have said like some of the movies are bad, but.
I was gonna say, at the same time, speaking of just live action anime adaptations and not even just Death Note or anything, what was the last one that came out that people were really, really like shitting on? What was it? with the orange-haired person. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl with the goggles. What was that? Was it Bleach? Not Bleach. What was
Cowboy
it?
Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, there you go. That went over very well with everyone. So I think when something like that happens, people are probably just like, hey.
Oh my god, this is so shit.
This boss does suck. It's like, hey, why don't you leave anime just the fuck alone and not make it live action? Because it's like a trend right now. It's like the Disney live action things. It's really funny.
Oh, fuck off. You know what? I'm just gonna go back and get the... Because I lost the butterfly that I actually wanted.
Oh. What up, Travis?
Can I get it back? Can I get the butterfly that I actually want?
Yeah, exactly, Todd. Oh, yeah, you said earlier. It's basically if it's basically if it ain't broke, don't fix it for you guys. For me, yeah, I'd say so.
I mean, kind of. I like when they bring some things back, but it's just like you have to do it good.
Sometimes, depending on how it's portrayed, I think things should stay in the medium that they either originated from or have their niche in. As Sakurai said, and I'm not going to stay on this for too long. I'm just going to say this one.
No, don't talk about
statement.
Sonic.
I'm not. It's one statement. That's why I kept saying I'd prefer to see a CGI Sonic movie rather than a live action CGI. That's it. I still think that would have been a lot better. Because look, the Mario movie is going to be in CGI. So I mean, because why? Even okay, well, because look what happens when you don't do Mario in CGI. You have live action movie and it's bad. It's like so many factors tie into stuff like that. It's like the time period or the decade that we're doing this, that this project comes out in. Then it's the creative decisions behind it, how faithful you can adapt it. Because back then, there weren't too many games to pull from for Mario, but at this point there are so many games to pull from. And because we live in, you know, we're in the whole meta humor, fourth wall breaking phase of entertainment, they can poke a whole lot of fun at all kinds of different things for Mario. Or reference memes or whatever. I mean, who the fuck knows? So it might feel more fun in that regard.
But the thing is, yeah, like, you know, like Travis is saying, the Sonic movies are actually very well received. I still haven't seen the second one, but I want to see it.
Hey,
I just never
you
liked
finally made it, Spyro.
Okay. Because Sonic, again, I'm not gonna talk about it too much. I'm gonna just say this one thing. Again, because there are so many games to pull from Sonic, you would think that there'd be more inspiration from the games, but the live-action films went with. I'm telling you, it's the Smurfs route, the Alvin and the Chipmunks route. I am so surprised that they're so well received, because that's all it is. It's silly cartoon character meets live-action person. They don't like each other at first, but then they do by the end of the movie. And it's like, we've seen that shit to death.
So?
Why does Sonic get away with it? Why are they allowed to get away with it?
But I like pretty much everything that does that. So it's not, for me, it's like no one gets away with it. I just like it.
Have you seen Hop?
No.
There you go. Watch Hop.
Well, if it's boring, then I won't like it.
What? Okay, what makes the Sonic movie not boring? He flosses, and then he says, look, it's the Winter Soldier, when talking about Knuckles. And I'm like, oh, that's the humor they're going with, huh?
Sonic's not boring, it's fun.
Boring. He's
fun.
too cool for his own good. Yeah, James Marsden is the live-action animated guy, because someone did a compilation of all the times he's in the car with an animated character. It's really funny.
I want to be in a car with an animated character.
You just want to be in a car with Caesar.
No, actually, that would be really scary and dangerous.
Because he's pure gas.
Yeah, yeah, the car would.
He'll knock you unconscious by accident.
That's true. I
want to grant you a special.
Then start laughing about it. I think a full CGI, because okay, All I want,
Hear the
and I know,
music again.
I know what I want is obviously way different from what everyone else wants, or a lot of people want, because maybe some people share the same sentiment as I do. But like, I'd love to see an animated film for a video game, something like Sonic or something like Mario, the way their games cutscenes portray them. Like a lot of people still say they still give props to Unleashed for having really good CGI cutscenes, especially that opening cutscene, and it is really good. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Why would I lie? You know, it is a really good cutscene, and the quality of just animation is really good, and even the short for Unleashed with the little ghost girl, like, that was all cool. And with Mario, or even if they wanted to do like a Smash Brothers thing in the future, oh my god, those animated cutscenes for Wii U and 3DS and for Ultimate are so fucking good. They look beautiful. They look really, really nice. I'd love to see a full-length film like that. It's hard to adapt those kinds of stories or characters into something that can be sustained for 2 hours, and it's not something that you're playing. It's something you have to just sit there and watch and observe. It's just two different mediums. Because cutscenes are only, you know, you're only watching the characters be funny like that in spurts. Otherwise, you're controlling the character. So it's really hard to, you know, keep attention like that for 2 hours. When Sonic's talking about chili dogs.
Yeah, chili dogs. Anyway, Gamer16, thank you for subscribing.
Yee. I wish I had friends like Mark Miharu in real life. We have more in common than my own actual friends. Plus, y'all seem chill as fuck. Yeah, it's a pretty chill day right now too. It helps that I'm tired. I find myself a lot more chill when I'm like, when I'm in desperate need of sleep.
Right.
Look, it's the moon. I'm behind in the stream. I watched you watch him moon you.
Huh.
Apparently, we're also used to movies having post-credit scenes now that post-credit scenes that now we're all shocked when movies don't have them. It's pretty funny. Blame Marvel. Marvel's found a way to make that a marketing tactic because before then, post-credits things were scenes were purely comedic, and some of the MCUs have been, but they are primarily used now to tease the next upcoming thing. It's a good strategy, to be honest. Sure, it was the $10 or with the $9.99 more specifically. Figured you could use some help with your goal. When I get my flippers on that rotten bear.
When I get my flippers on that bear.
Beep boop beep. How come they didn't put that in this?
Because
How do you not keep the infamous Spyro
cool
2
enough.
jingle? Okay. It was also, I mean, it was in the Game Boy games, so at least it was in Crash Purple and Spyro Orange.
That's $355.99. Getting there.
Get in there. Marluxio's back. Hello.
But yeah, it is kind of a chill day. I guess I'm gonna do what I can here. Probably won't finish the game, but I'll get as far as I can, and then I need to work on my video because I plan to have it go up on Wednesday.
Sweet. I know I need to finish my Spyro video. It is almost done.
We should set schedules for ourselves.
Don't think I haven't tried.
Well, yeah, I
It's-
tried to.
It's really hard. It's really hard for me.
Oh!
It's just gonna make me really, it's just gonna ramp up anxiety for me. So I'm gonna have to be like, fuck, now I need to make sure this is out, and if it's not out, I'm not gonna be fucking happy with myself. And it's gonna feel like I failed to no one.
Maybe we can set schedules, like, but after we have the idea and have done, like, a certain amount of work on that idea.
I suppose you have to also remember that I'm doing 2 channels right now, and I do plan to revive my 3rd one, so I've got a lot more cut out for me, and it's going to be happening real soon.
Well, yeah, you're giving yourself too much to do.
I don't have a crew, it's just me. And to be honest, even if I had a little crew, I'd have to get used to other people editing my videos. That's because I never asked. And I never outsourced to editors because I like editing my own things.
You're my crew.
Yay, I'm glad. Thank you. Not only am I a crew for my own channels, but I'm also a crew for you.
Huh. Well, this new video I can do by myself since I only have to use cutscene footage.
The Lost Power Media thing. I mean, I still have. I made a folder back when you first invited us on to do that with you. I made a folder of all the stuff that I needed to grab and talk about. So, and I still have it. So just whenever you want to do it.
I really don't want to do this. I'll go back to it later. I don't want to do it now.
You should probably just do it.
It's so shit though.
Half the time the post-credit scenes are completely pointless. Did Guardians of the Galaxy really need a cameo from Howard the Duck? Yeah. No. It's Howard the Duck.
Half the time post-credit scenes are just stuff that I don't understand.
From MCU specifically, or just in general?
Pretty much. I mean, like, a lot from
What,
MCU.
pretty much what?
but-
Which one?
No,
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I gave you 2 things and you said pretty much, so I was like,
Well,
wait, pretty
no,
much to
because
what?
I said pretty much right after you said MCU.
Oh, okay.
Spyro,
Do it.
I have just received word.
I saw you go over to it.
That dumb Yeti took my ball. I knew you'd do it.
Have you all heard the rumors of Yu Yu Hakusho getting live action version? Yeah, I heard about that. I never really watched it. I only knew of it as a kid. So I know nothing about it. Hey, yeah, do it so you don't have to worry about it anymore. Get out of the way. There's a live action version of Burning Transfer Student. I have no idea what that is. See you, Todd.
I'm doing this the optimal way. There we go.
How, before Todd left, they were like, how would or could a Spyro Crash crossover work?
No.
Like, as in a legit platform crossover?
Well,
Probably not.
I just don't think so, yeah.
The styles are too different. You can't platform with Crash the way you can with Spyro and vice versa. For Spyro, it'd feel way too closed in because Spyro can do so much more than Crash can, and his mobility is way better, I guess. It's way more varied because he can glide and do all kinds of different things. And Crash can't do that, so... Plus, Crash already did try to do the more open environment type of route with Twinsanity and with Mind Over Mutant, so I mean... Technically, Crash kind of did Spyro. Technically, he did Spyro's type of gameplay. They're just so different. There's no real way to do it. It couldn't be a typical platformer in terms of matching their platforming styles with each other. You'd have to make it like some kind of a beat 'em up or some kind of a thing. Like I don't know how you'd do it. I keep saying like a Hyrule Warriors, Dynasty Warriors-esque type of a combat game, more so for Spyro, because I'd like to see like a Spyro game like that where you can just take that time to reintroduce so many different characters that we haven't seen in a very long time, or be able to play as other characters we've never been able to play as, like Alora or Bianca. Oh, Nationverse, yeah, we know. I watched it a long time ago, and then
This is so shit. Okay.
I watched Dragon Ball Evolution a long time ago, and then we watched it together in person.
That movie is amazing.
It's awesome with how bad it is.
I like when he slides his head on the car.
That's my favorite part.
I like when he says, "Nice swing, good form."
The famous Goku quote.
I did it. I did it.
Hey, this is
And I got the skill
Good job.
point. Hallelujah.
Oh my god. You go, girl. Fucking. What was I gonna say? My favorite part of when we watched the movie together was when Yamcha came up on screen and you're like, is that
That's
Yamcha?
Yamcha?
Your reaction was so fucking like raw and it was amazing. I started laughing right after. It was so funny. It's almost like they went out of their way to make sure that the characters, the actors did not look or even attempt to resemble their characters.
Well, I think because while we were watching it, I still wasn't like... I still didn't put it together that it was based on Dragon Ball and not DBZ.
Uh-huh. What was I gonna say? Ah, crap, I don't even remember. Hey, Ray, hello. The Klonoa movie post-credit scene. Pac-Man, voiced by Tom Baker, appears to give Klonoa his morning newspaper, and the theater erupts, thinking they're finally getting a Paperboy movie. Where's the NCU? Where's the Namco Cinematic Universe?
Marco, thank you for subscribing.
Yeah. Acid Pepper, more drawing background noise, hooray! I'm glad we can provide your background noise.
Yeah.
Controversial opinion. What's up, Seven? Dragon Ball Evolution is a better movie than Night Shyamalan's Last Airbender.
Sure, I'll agree
you know,
with that.
Yeah, probably. But you haven't seen Last Airbender, have you?
What?
Have you seen Last Airbender?
Dude, did I not tell you the
What's up?
story?
Probably not.
I saw that shit in theaters, man.
Oh. How'd you like it?
Thanks for helping out.
It was
Spyro.
shit.
Why don't you take this? The Rhinox were trying to fry.
I never told you the story of what I saw with Hari at the theater?
I can't remember. The only story you told me was when you saw a screening of, what was it, B-movie?
Yeah.
Or not B-movie. Was it
Yeah,
B-movie?
it was B-movie, but it was before it was finished.
Yeah.
Spyro, you're a sports fan, aren't you? As you probably know. Head on
Oh my god, where did the cat go? Hold on, give me a minute.
I challenged a Rhinoc to a traditional game of cat hockey. Great. Freeze the cats and...
He's up and running around again. Going back behind things he doesn't belong behind. What was the first post-credit scene you remember seeing? Like
Oh,
in
God.
theaters or in general?
There's no way I can remember that shit. Oh, there
I
we
mean,
go.
the one that comes to mind is probably either the one from I think it's Incredible Hulk. It's the one that technically that was the first MCU movie because Tony Stark makes a cameo in the post-credit scene, and it's Robert Downey Jr. So like they already kind of had that small plan. They already kind of had like a, hey, we're gonna do an Iron Man movie. But the actual one I remember probably is the Iron Man one. think there has to be another post-credit scene before then. I remember. Just can't think of it.
Ugh. I'm so glad this doesn't have like a round 2.
Yes, I found the ass.
Fuck that. Yeah, I know. The cat hockey is so fucking annoying. I hate it.
It is really annoying.
Well
But
done.
I did it,
I think
and
you
it's
deserve
time
to keep
for the
champion's
worst
cup.
egg in the game because they missed the joke.
How? How do you miss the joke?
Hey Roxas, thank you for the $10.
How do you fuck it up?
And that brings my total up to $365.99.
$365.99.
99.
The Ferris Bueller one was pretty good. It was so good that Deadpool copied it. Or parodied it, rather. And I want a Sega Cinematic Universe. We have Yakuza games, the Persona Connection, the Sonic films. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Sonic 3 comes out, and then at the post-credit scene, it's, Knights comes in. And then there's a Knights movie.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm still miffed that Bob isn't wearing a sheep costume. For the small handful that there are, those unique dragons, they didn't really handle them, you know, the way I feel they should have been. I think all of us feel they should have been. I swear it was a fucking like Mandela effect thing. I could have sworn Yin and Yang were black and white.
Yeah, just no.
For some reason, that's what I thought. So when I saw them in Reignited, I'm like, wait a minute, they're supposed to be black and white. What the fuck? What up, John? Nationverse asks, any thoughts on multiverses? I want to see more of it for sure. I do want
Yeah.
to play it.
I'm gonna play that, yeah.
It's going to be very interesting. Maybe we'll even do, I don't know about a day one stream. I mean, we'll see. It is free to play, so I can just download it whenever. But, I might stream it. We'll see. Mario Brothers movie had the first end credit scene. Did it? Was there an end credit scene in the Mario movie? I don't remember that. I remember they left it off that there was going to be a sequel, and then there wasn't.
Yeah, don't you love when that shit happens?
Because Dragon Ball Evolution also ended off on a post credits, and that, or sorry, on a cliffhanger, and The Last Airbender ended off on a cliffhanger. They were going to introduce Azula.
Ah, you're right.
Yeah, and then that shit went nowhere.
You wonder why.
Then it turns out Piccolo's actually alive, and he's in bed. He's feeling a little sicky.
He's feeling a little sick.
He caught a little cold.
0 out of 10, the fireflies don't go. Whoa.
My favorite. They don't have
That's my
low
favorite
manly
one.
voices.
It's so unfitting.
I know, because it looks so cute, but it's really funny. I love your impression of it specifically. Oh god, did it really? Jim and the Holograms movie ended with a post-credit scene that teased a wider Hasbro cinematic universe? Oh boy. Well, yeah, no, I'd imagine that there was a planned sequel for Evolution, but the disastrous reception put a stop to that. Yeah, I'd imagine. I'd imagine they had a green light to go ahead, but then, of course, they didn't go anywhere. How to tell if a film's garbage if it tries to get a cinematic universe without making the effort to present a good movie first. Yeah. They were like, this could lead to a whole world of movies set in
This is
these
gonna lead to a whole
worlds.
new world.
A whole new world.
It's a whole new world we live in. To be honest, everybody wants you. Everybody wants to get there faster, by the way to the top of the hill.
That just lives in your head rent free, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
What are your thoughts on the anime Vernil and Gold? This is the first I've heard of it, so I have no thoughts.
Vermeil and Gold. What the hell is that? I've never heard of it.
Oh, Vernil. I thought it was an N. I said Vernil. I can't read good right now. I had to like look directly into the screen for that. I had to squint and look real hard. I had to enhance my vision.
Enhance.
Zoom in.
It enhance. Your vision zoom in is all blurry.
That's true. If you go too far, it's blurry.
I gotta enhance. It's installing updates.
Oh yeah, there were a bunch of G.I. Joe movies. I remember that. I could have sworn I watched one of them a long time ago. I don't know if I did. I can't remember if I did. I think my mom was like, "Oh, it's like a good action movie." I don't think she watched the show. I don't know if she did. I never
I
did.
think I watched one. Well, no, I didn't actually like watch the whole thing. I think it was just on. I was just like, what the hell is this? It's like, oh, it's G.I. Joe.
It was Angry Joe. Where's the Angry Joe cinematic universe?
My mom wanted a G.I. Joe when she was a kid.
For some ungodly reason, I thought you were gonna say that your mom wanted to meet Angry Joe. That'd have been really funny.
Wanted a G.I. Joe.
That's cool. I thought you were gonna say she wanted to meet Angry Joe.
I don't know why.
This is really funny. He's gonna have her play Sonic Free Riders.
Listen, my
We're gonna
mom
open up
doesn't know
that
shit about video
steel chest.
games.
You never had her play like Spyro or anything?
No.
It looks like the
You should have her play. Okay, she has to have at least played Pac-Man or something.
I don't think so.
You only move in 4 directions. She has to have played it.
I've never asked her if she's played a video game in her life.
You should ask her like after the stream, literally. You should sit her in front of the TV and put Dark Souls on.
She just
This
watched
is a
me
fun
play
little.
games.
Look what was in the
This is a fun little video game. Try it out, mother.
use the handle to
We have a Spider-Man game that my dad wanted to play, but he never did.
Has your dad played Pac-Man before?
I don't know. I don't even know if he's played video games either.
What? They had to have played something.
It's probably like, if it was anything, it was probably like fucking Pong.
I'm down to play Pong. Play Space Invaders. Play Frogger.
It's probably, I mean, they probably played arcade games. Probably.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, because like that's
Yeah.
like the easiest way for adults in the day to have gotten into video games. Because arcade games were everywhere. That's like I said, like everyone's played Pac-Man. Like you can't tell me. It's on so many goddamn things. It's on your fucking old 2000 cell phones. It's on Google.
So like, yeah, so like, if anything, they probably played some arcade games. Why are these dragons so fucking aggressive? I hate it so much.
Yeah, it's kind of not fun. But kind of, I mean, really.
It's like really shit. This is so shit. This is so shit in this version. I swear to God. Why did they make them like this?
Why are you this way? What happened? Why does the blue dragon look purple and like cinder?
What?
Why does the blue dragon look purple and like cinder?
Well, it doesn't look like cinder.
On the icon, it does. It has the cinder horns.
Well, okay, by that logic, so does the other one.
Yeah, but that one's purple.
They've always they've literally always been red and purple or orange and purple.
Was he not blue?
No, he's been purple. He was always purple.
Oh. That's disappointing. Well, in any case, this one makes it a little more like cinder.
I don't think it looks like cinder.
Okay then. Miharu.exe has stopped working.
It's really confusing. We're just like, why? What does the blue one look purple? It was always purple.
Okay, then why is the purple one such a dick?
They're both dicks.
Why are they both such dicks?
Because they programmed them this way.
Why did you program me this way?
Oh my god. Stop! It would... They're not like this in the original at all.
Because they just meander around and they don't even really shoot at you that frequently. But
No.
here they shoot very frequently. It's whenever they are
they
within the
shoot-
line of sight of you.
Yeah, if they so much as look at you, like, they'll shoot at you immediately. Like, they don't fucking do that in the original. Like, they can look at you, and sometimes they'll shoot, and then other times they'll be like, whatever. But here, if they, like... Yeah, if they look at you, bam! Like, it could be from far away, too!
Yeah. It can even be from off screen.
Yeah.
Out of frame. And that's where it's real shit. Because you won't know until it just hits you randomly. Or if you look away way too soon.
Also, they changed their course randomly?
Yeah.
I don't remember them being this sporadic.
No, they really weren't, I don't think. I don't know if their courses changed the more they're damaged. Like the
I remember, like, them having a pattern. I remember each of them having a pattern.
the littler they get. I could have sworn their patterns changed. I mean, I think they do here, I think. Because sometimes, I think it's the red one, can, like, circle around outside, like, in this open area a few times.
It's literally so hard to focus on just one of them, too.
Yeah. Yes, Rock says they do regain health if you leave them after a while. The same thing happened in the original, too.
Yeah. I mean, that's what was supposed to make this, like, you know, challenging, and that's why a lot of people still don't like it, even in the original, but, like, I like it there, because, you know, it's actually kind of fun, and it's actually kind of relaxing. Here, it's just fucking... They're so sporadic, they change their course randomly, they, like, if they so much as look at you, they will shoot a fireball your way from off-screen. It's like, it's a nightmare. I hate it. They ruined literally one of the most relaxing games. It's a little bit easier if you finally take care of one. Because then you don't have that one. Then you don't have two of them to worry about, and they're not both shooting at you at the same time. Because I'm just... Okay, why do you do that? I don't know where he went.
Yeah, and then they do the fun thing of going through the tunnels, or the little wells.
Yeah.
repeatedly over and over, and it's so annoying when that happens. Especially the smaller they are.
This guy's just ahead.
Oh, you ahead. Help me, I'm ahead.
Okay, done.
Red Dragon time. Sly, hello. Sly Carey says, I gave up on the side.
Well, I don't blame you. This was one of the last challenges that I did.
I hate just about everything in Haunted Tomb still to this day. And Reignited just made it 10 times worse.
Well, Haunted Tomb is stupid. It's not fun.
The only thing that made it even, the only part about it that's even remotely tolerable, I feel, is maybe the Agent 9 part. Maybe.
Yeah.
It just takes a long time and it feels kind of tedious, but everything else is absolute dog shit. It's atrocious. I hate everything about it. The slide. No. Sorry, I was thinking of the Crystal Island slide. See, that side's good. The slide here in Reignited version is bad.
No, it's really bad because it literally forces you to change your control scheme.
Yeah, you really have to change your fucking control scheme, and it's so stupid. So you can have the ability to hold down, was it R1 or some shit, so you can curve your turns a bit better, a bit sharper.
So
why don't just have that?
The dumber thing is that I don't even think that works in the Crystal Island slide.
Probably not, but you don't need it there because it's wide enough, and there's a little bit more room for error, quote unquote. There's more room there's more wiggle room.
Yeah.
Not so in the snake slide. Every single enemy is dog shit in that level.
I like the jackals.
You like how they look. You probably don't like how they charge at you.
No, that's fine. I don't really care because they don't really end up hurting me.
They hurt me sometimes. They just get in the way.
I mean, they do get in the way. If you get them from the wrong angle, they can hurt you. But I just charge straight toward them.
Well, sometimes it's hard to do that when like you're being bombarded by the fucking stupid mummy Rhinox with their staffs or the fucking big dudes throwing shit at you. It just the enemy placement. Nothing about that level is good. Nothing was thought out. The only thing that's remotely good is the aesthetic because it's Egyptian. That's it. The visuals of the place aren't bad. The level layout and everything else pretty much is. And don't even get me fucking started on destruction or demolition derby.
It's really shitty.
That is the one that it's my fumbling in the dark for Spyro. I just fucking hate it and everything about it.
That's pretty bad. It's fucking suck, but it's the original.
It's worse in the original?
Yeah, it's worse in the original.
I disagree. I think they're both pretty shit, but Reignited is more shit because so much just goes wrong so easily. For me specifically in the Reignited version. It was simply not fun to really go through in the original for me, but in Reignited it's insufferable.
There we go, finally! God damn!
I fished it out of the molten lava.
They made this minigame so shit.
And I was like, wow, that took longer than it should have. It's fitting that all your efforts culminate in your reward being this little fat baby that just cries. The game's telling us, gonna cry? Gonna piss your pants, maybe? Maybe shouldn't come?
Yes, I found the ass.
Hey, Jordan with $10.
10. Jordan with 10. Eh. They're doing that thing where they put Eddie in it's Eddie with the facts book, and then it says some properties were never meant to be adapted into live action.
Yes. Wait. What? Say that again?
Meta and Eddie,
Yes.
they have him with the facts book.
They have who with the facts book?
Double D, right?
Yes.
My bad.
I was
I
like,
remember-
whoa, wait.
I had to remember who was who. I was like, that didn't sound, no, trust me, even I was like, I think it's Eddie. That doesn't sound right. My bad. Listen, I didn't watch like 3 episodes of the show. Shut up.
Oh. Well.
Shut up, chat. I know they're gonna come in. They're gonna be like, "Oh, Mark doesn't know fucking edit and editor."
Or doesn't know
Says some
anything.
properties. I don't. I'm a stupid little man. Some properties were never meant to be adapted to live action, says his facts book.
It's true.
Big fan.
Big fan.
What can I say but fake fan?
Alright. What can I say except fake fan?
It's all distorted. It's all close to the mic.
Alright. Very good.
I think I can.
I think I see an egg behind you, but you can't reach it.
Hey Spyro, did you know that my favorite ASMR song is A Cunt Like You from the band White House? Check it out sometime. I listen to it to relax. No one's gonna know what I'm talking about.
What the hell is that?
I dare you to fucking listen to that.
I don't want to. Well, that
It's
guy
funny.
just killed his own dude.
He's a traitor. I watched it happen. Remember the Xbox Connect? I'd like to not remember. I like to pretend from time to time that Xbox just doesn't exist.
I pretend that every day.
It's gonna be a little hard to know though with Crash and Spyro.
I still pretend it every day.
Remember when Crash first appeared on Xbox consoles? There was the ad of him getting the Xbox tattoo on his arm.
Wow. They were so edgy.
Yeah. Remember Sonic Rider? The Sonic Riders game on that? I like to pretend sometimes that Sonic just doesn't exist. Nathan, hello. No, we've just been having some conversations. Pretty much it.
Oh, your ass was trying to-
Fun Bob with the the $69.
Oh boy.
Like the alert too much to go higher. Here we go.
Let's hope it comes up.
I'm waiting for it.
Like the alert too much to go higher.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much, Fun Bob. It puts me at 44499. My god.
Holy shit. Oh, the repeating numbers make me cream.
I made it a little bit more accessible for people too. So if you donate $6.90, I believe you will also get that alert.
Okay, nice. You're gonna get it. You're gonna that's gonna be a donation train right there. We're just gonna be hearing that sexy saxophone playing.
Yeah.
If everyone just keeps donating $6.90. Can we start a donation train? Can we get that going? $6.90. All towards new laptop for Miharu. She's now way more than halfway there. $690.
$690.
What was the highest donation money you've ever gotten? Have you gotten 100 before?
Yes. I've gotten 300.
Oh shit, really?
It didn't come up. It didn't come up on the alert because it happened afterward. But I have gotten 300. That was toward your computer.
That's right. Oh my god, that's right. I remember that. I do remember that.
Yes. It didn't happen during stream.
Yeah.
Because they want to remain anonymous.
Yeah.
But they know who they are, and thank you.
Still insanely awesome of them to do that.
Okay. Let's...
Sarah Herman, hello. Let's start a donation train for $6.90.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a $6.90 train. That'd be really funny.
Put some silly comments or put a single letter in your comment box. Don't even put a message, just put a singular letter, put like E or something in there, and then just send the money over.
E.
Donate $20 so I can go E. Well, there's Jordan with 5.
Jordan with 5. Thank you.
You've been upgraded. Your status in Jordan's eyes. Oh, no. I'm not. Well, there doesn't have to be an actual train in that sense the way Twitch has it. You can still all just bombard Miharu with $6.90.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what a train is,
It's
essentially.
It's an unofficial train.
Yeah. You've been upgraded your status from Jordan's favorite #1 Spyro YouTuber to YouTuber of all time.
Hell yeah.
I'm still the #1 Crash YouTuber to Jordan.
Oh, I really don't want to do Lost Fleet.
You probably should. If somebody paid you $6.90, would you do it?
Yeah.
You should do Charmed Ridge then.
I'm gonna go to Lost Fleet, but I'm only gonna do the main part of a level. I'm just gonna get the guy for the rocket, and then that's it.
Oh my god. I had the weirdest dream a few days ago that I was playing through Charmed Ridge, and I don't know why. I don't know why that specific level popped up in my head. during my dream. It was so weird.
Like, I mean, what's the context of the dream? Like, what was happening? You're just in Charmed
I
Ridge.
don't know. Well, no, I wasn't in Charmed Ridge. I was just
playing Charmed Ridge.
Yeah. So I remember going through. What?
You yourself were in Charmed Ridge.
Yeah. I was running around on all fours as Spyro, but it was just me. No, I have the specific memory in my dream of going through the little cave and then gliding over to get that one cat wizard, and then going over to the one that's throwing the boulders at you. Like, it's so weird. I don't know why. It was very specific moments, accurate moments from that level. And that's never really happened before. Because every time I dream about playing a Crash or Spyro game, it's always like something kind of familiar, but it's like a weird, like, amalgamation of like something that's from one of the actual games, and then just my mind making up some like weird original shit.
Yeah.
Like I remember having dreams before of playing Crash, the OG Crash 1, but like the world map looks way different. It's like way bigger than it should be.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
I remember, I still like that dream I had where it was you and me, and we were like it was supposed to be your bedroom, but it wasn't your actual bedroom. And we were watching like some show. It was like an E3 theme or something, and they announced remakes for Insane, and we were going crazy over it.
They remade Insane.
Yeah, and I don't know why. It was just the funniest shit. Because they announced it as individual games. They were like, we're taking Crash 1 from Insane and remaking it. We're also going to take Crash 2 from Insane and we're going to remake that. And we're just like, oh my god! And I don't know why we got so crazy about it, because that's stupid.
Well, I mean, but like, if you really think about it, because like, when did you have this dream? It was like 2 years ago, yeah.
It was probably about a year or two ago. I can't remember when I had the dream. It was really funny.
Was it before? Was it before
Crash 4?
Crash 4 was out?
I can't remember. I can't remember, to be honest. When Crash 4 was out, I had some Crash 4 dreams. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
But if it was before Crash 4 was out, like, I can understand that it's like, you know, that or Nitro Field being like the newest things we had to represent Crash at the time. So we were probably like using what we had to fill in the blank. Of like, you know, them saying probably, like, them announcing some new game or whatever.
Well, that makes sense, because when we all thought that they were going to show off Wumpa League, with the multiple times we thought they were going to show off Wumpa League at some kind of like, you know, showcase. I remember having a dream once where I was present at some type of like expo. It wasn't E3, but it was very E3-esque, and there was a whole booth dedicated to Wumpa League, and I was watching them set up. It was like the people who were going to present it, and them booting the game up and turning on the TV and everything, and like setting everything up. And I was trying to make sure like I could be like, hey, will this be playable? Can I like maybe, because I'm a YouTuber for Crash, like I kind of want to, you know, play it and like film something for it. So I never actually asked that to anyone, but that was my plan. But it was hard because I wasn't supposed to be there around the time that they were setting it up, which is actually, I think that aspect of it came from the fact that, for real, when I went to E3 2017, the way they had everyone ushered into the building before the show floor opened officially, we were already on the show floor that year, so they changed it later to where we had to go and wait out like in a parking lot somewhere, like an indoor parking lot. And during the E3 2017, they had us wait on the show floor. So I was able, because I was filming for my vlog, I caught moments of that. That's how I was one of the ones who ended up leaking the Vicarious Visions company intro logo thing that showed off Classic Crash jumping into the little machine. Because I was watching them set up the kiosk and everything. But they didn't want anyone to film during that time, but I still did anyway.
Huh.
And
Spyro, we urgently need your...
Oh no, for sure. When Crash 4 came out, or before it was about to come out, it was when we got the launch trailer. I was so fucking hyped for it that I had a dream once where it was already part of like the game. I was playing a part in the game, but it was a complete and utter made up part of the game in my head where like you're Crash and you're chasing Entropy. You know this one. You're chasing Entropy through this cave, and for some reason Uncharted music is playing. I don't know why. I guess for the reference, because oh they were both Naughty Dog once or whatever. Crash was Naughty Dog once, and then like there was a really cool transitional point in the level in the chase sequence. So you're chasing after him, and so it was like a reverse chase sequence, which was really cool. And there was this flood that happens. This like all this water just comes towards you, and it's a transitional point in the level, and so the water acts as the transition, and Crash swims up real fast, and the camera's panning up with him, and then you're like outside of the cave, and you're like in this canyon, like alleyway, kind of like canyon side thing, and somehow within the flood coming through, and somehow with you popping up out of the water up at the top of the surface, you somehow just have your jetboard all of a sudden, and Crash is on the jetboard still in pursuit of Entropy, and it was like the coolest sequence in my head. And for some reason the Uncharted music's all swelling, and it's the main Uncharted theme. It was so weird. But it was a really funny dream.
Yeah, that is funny.
Yeah, I've had really weird dreams. There was also the dream I had where they didn't show Hunter off yet officially in Reignited, but I had a dream where I saw him early. It was really weird.
I remember when Crash 4 was like, it's before the actual trailer came up, but like we saw all those leaks. Like, it was like all the leaked screenshots. And it was like, it was really weird at the time, because like, of course they showed the most like unflattering screenshots they possibly could, and then that's when everybody, you know, was on like the whole petition craze, like, change these designs, they suck.
Jeez.
But yeah, I mean, you remember that, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
All the screenshots got leaked, and I was like,
There's no time.
I am like so excited for this, and I'm like, I'm really happy this is getting made. I'm like so excited, and I didn't know what to think, because like obviously, I mean, they were leaked, they weren't supposed to be, and I knew that was whoever did it, like, yeah, that was wrong, but like I was still like excited, you know, because just seeing the things, like, and just knowing it's real.
Yeah, oh, exactly. No, for sure. Because that happened with Spyro too. The day the trailer went up, really early in the morning, or it was probably really late at night. I can't remember because I was asleep. When I woke up for work, I went on Twitter or something, and I saw that there were screenshots that leaked, and I was like, these look too official to be real. This looks too good to be real, or to be fake. This has to be real. And I was just looking at it because ever since Artsy Omni did that Rayman leak, it looked very authentic, but it was completely fake, and he came out to say it was fake. So from that point onward, I was like, don't trust a leak just because, even if it looks legit, you need to make sure that there's more credibility behind it before claiming that it's actually real or fake, or whatever the case is, or that it's actually real. But looking at the Spyro screenshots, I was like, no, this doesn't look fan-made. I've been using... When doing the Spyro videos I was doing around that time to advocate for Spyro's comeback, I was using a bunch of fan-made stuff that I'd seen, and it looked obviously fan-made. It looked really cool. Like, there were a bunch of, like, people were doing, like, CGI Spyro, like, HD Spyro, like, renders and stuff, but it didn't look anything like what he looks like here. But it still looked cool nonetheless, so I used it because it looked cool. But when the Reignited screenshots leaked, I was like, nah, this looks too legit to be fake.
Yeah.
And that's when the name Reignited was also leaked. because we thought it was going to be called the Treasure Trilogy or the Enchanted Trilogy.
I still like Treasure Trilogy. I think that sounds awesome. I still love the alliteration on that.
Sometimes I wish the Spyro movie came out.
I want to do, you know what? I want to do a video going back, like, over all the leaks.
I know, it would be cool to... I mean, there is that stream that I have planned. I do want to do a look back on...
That's true.
It will involve a lot of the recent stuff. Because it's always so cool to go back and just be like, yeah, where were you at the time that happened? What were things like around the time that happened?
It's really crazy to think about. A lot of cool stuff.
It's funny to think that it wasn't even that long ago. It was only like, what, 4 years ago?
It's 4 years ago, yeah.
I think you should do a Spyro Community Day 2 for
no,
the 5-year of Reignited. Hey, Todd's back.
Community Day 2.
Community Day.
Well, I don't know. Cause I didn't create Spyro Community Day, so I don't think it's up to me. Oh, what the fuck? How are you back here?
Make it a collaborative effort. Oh, I roll my friend. I got hit on gliding. Didn't expect the stream to still be going.
Haven't even been going for 2 hours yet.
Yeah, that's nothing. You should have been here when we were doing the E3 stream on my channel. We went for almost 9 hours. Don't worry, the stream that I have planned. 5 hours in. Yeah, the stream that I was alluding to just right now, it will not be as long. Trust me, there isn't too much footage to go off of like that. That's gonna make it that long. Here's the part from my dream, right here.
Huh.
Love the intro you do on your channel, simple yet effective. Thank you. I do want to have a slightly longer opening, but I don't know if I'm gonna do the animation for it or have someone else do it.
What was that? What was that stupid thing that I was talking about last night when I was like, what if you rebranded your channel as Mark Supial?
Oh, what if you called yourself Mark Supial? I forgot what I was talking about, but you pulled a me and you just completely ignored what I was talking about to just say some silliness.
I think it's because you were talking about Sonic, and honestly, I was just like,
Probably. No, you started by saying, what if you rebranded yourself to Mark Bandicoot? And I was like, what?
Yeah, I said like, Mark Bandicoot.
And then you said, what if you just rebranded yourself to Mark Supial? And then you start laughing like a maniac, and I'm like, what is happening to you?
I don't know. I just thought it sounded really funny.
Because if you try to type in Destination Mark on YouTube in the search, you're not gonna get me. You're gonna get Destination Truth and Destination Mars.
Because I started thinking about
with a C.
I know it's with a C. Because I started thinking about how you don't show up in like the YouTube search. So
here, that's me right there. There you go, with a C.
So I was like, what would you do if you decided to rebrand your channel?
This is a common misconception. Everyone thinks it's with a K. It is not. My name is Marcelo. Since I was a kid, my childhood nickname was Mark, so I just used that for YouTube.
Good day, Spyro. I'd like to stay and chat, but I'm late for a
Which is funny because yeah, let's say because Todd got it right. And then goes, wait, is your name with a C or with a K? Like, is I know it's a C? Now, you saw my intro, you should know. No, oh my god, that's what everyone does. You really think you're creative, Nathan? You really think you're the first person to make that joke?
So, I see those rocket launchers aren't just for show after all.
Back when I used to go into a bunch of
funny.
when I used to go into a bunch of other people's Discord servers, that's how CG's Discord server always used to greet me. I'd hop in their calls and fucking he and everyone else would just be like, "Oh hi Mark," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh hi Mark.
I was forced to watch that movie. Good.
Oh god, they're really aggressive.
I'm high off my
there.
weed, my bad. Marsupial. It's just so funny.
I must admit, James, I am impressed. There are still a few.
What's so good about indie? I don't know why I read that like Seinfeld. I'll just call you indie for short, I suppose. Love this level. Charmed rigged. Rigged. Charmed rigid. Mark and cheese? Nope, made that joke too. I do love me some mac and cheese, and because I love mac and cheese, everyone we came up with Mark and cheese a few years back. Armed but rigged. Very good.
Trying to get skillful here. There
You did it, James.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other puns to my name. Miharu and cheese? Doesn't work.
Nope.
I'm just thinking of someone pouring cheese all over Miharu. Holy Markerel. Okay, that one's kind of stretch.
Yeah, rebrand yourself to Holy Markerel.
To what? Holy Markerel?
Holy Markerel.
That just sounds like Holy Mark Girl. It's like, is that a gender bent version of myself?
Holy Markerel.
That's a very cursed image. Don't. Why did you guys put that in my head? Thanks, guys. It's your fault.
You're a Holy Markerel.
No. What am I a nun?
You're a nun.
A holy Mark girl? Markiplier? Yeah, no, that's the one I had in my head right now. Do it. Do what? No. No gender bent version.
Either you're
With
furry
others.
or you're gender bent.
No. None of those are true. Don't spread fake news. Oh look, you're going through the tunnel. That was in my dream too.
Nice. Come on.
Marco Polo. Yeah, I've heard that one. There's Marco Polo, there's Marky Mark. We could probably stop now, that's fine. This is what people focus on more than, you know, my content. People don't do this with Miharu, or anyone else for that matter.
Well, I was just trying to help.
According to legends, there's a golden
What was your day, asked Jordan?
I just bought some
It was good until everyone started doing the name thing again.
Well, I mean, I started it.
I can't make them do anything.
Because I said Mark Bandicoot and Marsupial.
That's that fin I showed you that Elijah did. Mark Bandicoot.
In another universe, your name is Mark Bandicoot.
In another universe, I'm probably dead already. Let's see. Yep, there's the Mark and Cheese shirt. I wanted to have little destination mark shirts, and I wanted to do one off of Mark and Cheese. No, that makes sense, Todd. That makes sense. To be honest, the thing that gravitated me towards Miharu's channel was her persona avatar, but her content definitely won me over. Because she's cute.
That's the thing you gotta do. You gotta reel him in with a furry, and then you say like, but wait, video games.
Well, that's not even original at this point. Talkable in French. Well, I don't know French, so I can't even have fun with it. So you're spared. Wait, what? I didn't exploit anything. If you said it, then you outed yourself. Because I said it. Actually, I took your thing and I flipped it on myself. Because I said, you're just describing me. Because one of my first childhood crushes was Go-Go.
Y'all like furry?
That wasn't... I don't know if the term was even around when I was a kid. And if it was, it wasn't the way it is now.
You've been doing great so far. Why don't you take 2 more
Pant,
seats?
pant. There's the bird of gold, pant. Okay, Miharu to lose the seeds.
Yeah, I'm
Make sure they don't go
gonna
pew
try.
and fly the fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. Sure hope that doesn't happen again because it shouldn't ever happen at all.
God says Carmelita Fox is the best furry character of all time, though. It makes sense.
Good choice, but
She has the good accent.
disagree with that.
It's very rare to have Mexican accents for characters like her.
Unless we're talking about
Mexican
Speedway too.
Well, I mean, yeah, because they had no idea what the fuck they were doing.
Yep, pretty much.
Because something is original doesn't mean it's good, Mark. Some things are cliche for a reason. Okay. Well, she's Latina, and I love me some Latinas. I mean, it makes sense. I'm Mexican. I'm just not bilingual. When I find out that Carmelita is Latina, I was so excited.
I was so excited.
Do the bit. Do the bit. Sound like when you roll your R during that bit. It's really funny.
When I'm finding out that I'm gonna work with America Ferrera, I was so excited.
It's good every time. Also, you do that slightly differently than I do. You take the one from way in the beginning of that little segment. I take the first one of the 2 mushrooms that are right by each other like that.
Wait, what?
When you take one of the mushroom seeds to plant the flower seed in place of it, you take the one that's way off that first one.
You mean you replace one of these instead?
Yeah, I take the one from where you're standing right now, and because again I'm a little late in the stream, the furthest one from you right now.
Oh, okay. I feel, well, I mean, yeah, I guess you could do that. You do that too. But I feel like I need the extra bounce.
I just depend on the flutter. Oh my god, what the fuck? It's the Nintendo. The hover, flutter. Like he's Yoshi.
Well, no, he does have a flutter.
It's called the hover.
This.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. Flutter. I'm wanting to boot up my PS2 to play some Sly Cooper. See you, Nathan.
Oh god. Bye, Nathan. Oh! Alright, golden goose. That's not golden, that's yellow.
That's just yellow.
I found the legendary golden goose. You can have an.
Asian all made of real
That's
gold.
blonde.
Ha! Goldilocks, more like blonde locks, bitch. What?
What are you talking about?
Goldilocks, more like that bitch dyed her hair yellow.
Yellow.
Hey man, chill out.
Hey man, chill out. Oh yeah, he's wearing shades. Let's see.
Spyro's sick glasses.
6 shades, yo.
Sick
What
shades.
do I need to do? Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to do the mystery bottle. Mystery!
So mystery.
Ah! Okay. There it is.
Oh, you probably left by the time we answered that question, already, Todd. But I don't think it could work because their gameplay styles are so different. Like you can't really, Crash can't do all the things that Spyro can do, so it just doesn't really lend itself to crossing their styles over. It'd have to be like a slightly different type of genre. You have to like add something to the platforming for the both of them to be on equal ground, make it feel fun to play in a 3D environment.
I'm sort of getting sick of the ideas of like, you know, the idea of like crossovers and like to like multiverses and in general.
Because if you think about it, the only real instance of that we can really get at this point right now is Skylanders Imaginators, because you can play as both Crash and Spyro in that.
Yeah.
It's not quite what you're looking for, like I understand. It's just, I don't think it can really work. Nation versus back. hungry.
I am gonna have something very interesting for dinner.
What are you gonna have?
So I actually got the idea to have this because I was watching Good Mythical Morning, and they did a thing. Hey, Ferret. Thanks for the membership. Yeah, red badge. It's kind of like a magenta badge. And after that, a rainbow, and then after that, I have a special Invertaharu badge. It's cool.
Invertaharu?
Yeah, it's like a black Miharu with like purple tips on the ears. It's cool.
What the fuck? I've never seen that. I want to see.
It's just my little icon.
That's still awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone, make art of that. I want to see Invertaharu. Is she your evil doppelganger?
Yeah. But anyway, so I was watching Good Mythical Morning, and they did was it like worst food crimes or something?
Food crimes.
And it was like they had Kit Kats with tuna on them. But it wasn't just any kind of tuna. They're like, this is sweet chili tuna. And I thought about that, and I was like, that sounds so good. Not on the Kit Kat, but just sweet chili tuna by itself sounds really good. It sounds like it would be like spicy tuna. So I was like, that sounds really good. I wonder if I could just buy that. And so I was at the store today, and I was looking around, and I found like Thai chili tuna or something like that. It wasn't sweet chili, but it was a type of chili tuna, and I was like, oh yes, I am getting this. So I'm gonna have that for dinner, and I'm gonna see how it tastes.
Sweet. Here, give me one moment. Thanks, Jordan, for the $1.
Thank you, Jordan, for the $1. Oh shit, wrong way. That was my bad.
Whoa. Ha! What, did you just come in on Todd's thing?
Wait, what?
Oh, I heard you talking a little bit, but I don't know what you're talking about, because Todd says, not gonna lie, I prefer Legend of Spyro Sparks over OG Sparks, as noisy gibberish always annoyed me.
Oh.
Oh!
I didn't, like, I wasn't...
Kazoo voice.
I wasn't even, like, paying attention to what was happening in chat. I wasn't talking about anything sports related.
Sports. He's the comedic relief.
Isn't that what I said during the box art thing?
Yeah, it's the way you said it that's so funny. He's the comedic relief.
He's the comedic relief. Spyro's on the PS2.
Todd says they could do the Twinsanity route with Crash again or Tag Team. I mean, yeah, but it already happened. So I mean, how are you gonna make it Spyro-esque in a Crash world? Like, there's just no real way to do it.
I just remembered when I was playing this last time, and I, like, for some reason I randomly said Chris, and then I remembered why. It's because one of the dragon's names is Chris. That egg. The dragon's name was Chris, and I remember why I said it.
Oh, Chris. You know there's a penguin in this game?
I was trying to remember the context of why I said that last time.
Oh, there's a penguin in this game, Chris.
And even so, I didn't mean to say it like that. It just came out.
I was looking up iceberg videos a few days ago, and Club Penguin one popped up, and I was like, "Oh my god, Club Penguin!"
Yes.
Chris, have you watched the iceberg on Club Penguin? Have you watched the iceberg on Club Penguin?
Have you watched the iceberg?
Did you know there's a Club Penguin iceberg floating around somewhere?
Have you watched it?
That's not even what it sounds like.
I know.
We have to watch that
version.
Oh, I just realized it's July. We need to watch Christmas in July.
Oh fuck! You're right.
Thank God. 18 days in, I remembered. Oh, we're gonna do that at some point this week. Or fuck it, we should just watch it tonight.
No.
That's games like Banjo or Klonoa. I don't mind the gibberish talk because most, if not all, of the characters do that. With Sparks, it sticks out like a sore thumb. Well, then at that point, you must hate the way Crash is portrayed in Tag Team or like Titans Mind of a Mutant because he's the only one that talks in gibberish as well. In fact, a lot of people didn't like that about him. They didn't mind that Jester Knight was voicing him. They just didn't like the fact that they tried to make him talk, quote unquote, by doing gibberish speak. I didn't really mind it, to be honest. Saint Timothy says, I just watched a video of yours about Legend of Spyro Down the Dragon, and I highly disagree with you. Well, on what? Would you care to elaborate?
On what? And what do you mean a video on Dawn of the Dragon? I didn't do a video on like just Dawn of the Dragon. Did I?
Not that I can remember.
I did a video on like the like the Legend series as a whole, sort of. I mean, it was like I did that old video on the Legend of Spyro and what it lacks, but that's a fucking old video.
Yeah, St. Timothy said it's an old video. Well, what did you say in that video? I don't even remember.
I don't know, I just said I didn't like it as much as the originals, which is true. Like, what else can I say?
So I think Crash is fine because his mannerisms are goofy and unique. Sparks doesn't really have any of that going for him since it's just a dragonfly. That's a really weird... It's a really weird...
This is just the dragonfly, but Crash, he's a bandicoot.
He can emote, he can emote, so his gibberish is fine. It's something weird to me. It just sounds like he doesn't have a problem with Sparks in general. Old school Sparks. I like his little kazoo voice. I mean, the more you hear it, if he just rambles on, yeah, it can get a little grating. You want to just skip to the dialogue, but.
Well, yeah, just in that case, just skip the dialogue.
Yeah, the simple sound of the voice isn't bad. I like it. I can't do the impression anymore, but I used to do a really good Sparks impression. But ever since my testicles descended, I can't do it anymore now. That is Beaker.
Right.
Wrong character. He says, and then he goes, "Oh, whoa!" and he starts screaming.
Oh, fuck! No, fuck! Shit!
Sparks is like Spyro's familiar. In Legend, they're essentially brothers. Spyro is Sparks' adopted brother. I think Sparks is excellent gameplay-wise. I love how he's basically your hit point system and he collects nearby gems. So OG Sparks isn't all bad. I mean, yeah. I mean, yes, you're right. Sparks is a very brilliant design choice in the OG trilogy.
Yeah, which is why in Legend they made him the comic relief.
It was weird for both Crash and Spyro to go the health bar route because they never did that before.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I like. I don't mind a health bar. It's the fucking mana bar. It's the mana bar that I hate. Like, Spyro doesn't need a magic meter. Shut up.
They try to make it a fantasy game.
Yeah.
You have to replenish your magic meter.
Even if he needs a magic meter for, like, all the other attacks, fire? Come on. Fire. He's a dragon.
Listen, he can't hold it for too long.
Because he's just a little baby. Fuck off.
When you said that.
Like, I don't
In
stop trying to make excuses.
In hindsight, in that game, can't you like hold the flame button or any the breath button, I guess, for any of the breath abilities? Can't you just hold the attack and he just does it perpetually until the bar depletes? Because that was the first. You can only do the short bursts in every other game.
Yeah, you can do that, but still. You know, it made sense for the lore, but I don't care about the lore. See.
That's it. I've had enough. I'm going.
I guess I just like the brotherly relationship between Spyro and Sparks in the Legends games, plus his sarcasm and wit makes me laugh. Okay, so now we know that Todd just likes that kind of humor. Okay, now my question is, which Sparks do you like the most? Do you like David Spade Sparks, Billy West Sparks, or Wayne Brady Sparks?
Wayne Brady Sparks for me.
Oh great!
See, this is enough lore for me. The lore in this game, this is enough.
My favorite boss.
Maybe I'll die just because you're here.
No. Well, that's just gonna make it sound like I'm that much more pathetic. Oh, okay, well, since you suck at this, I guess I'll just throw you a bone and make it look like I suck too, even though I don't really.
See, I got hit. There we go.
Wait. Oh, Todd wasn't a fan of Wayne Brady's version. David Spade and Billy West for him. Let's see.
Well, to be fair, I played Dawn of the Dragon the most, so it's just
something they could have. Yeah, something they could have used for Sparks. Used Sparks 4 in the original trilogy, but didn't, is inserting keys in the lock chest. Closest we got to Sparks using lockpicks was in Hero's Tale. Well, you got a thing too. I don't know if maybe there's a limitation on it, and the PS1 they couldn't afford for Sparks to do that, or they just didn't think about it. And in hindsight, that is a really cool, natural way to further include Sparks into, you know, the gameplay. Not just have him playable, but to, you know, give him little upgrades. That was something that the series never did up to that point. Not to that ability, not to that degree, because Spyro 3 does have it. The OG has it to where, you know, he can break chests for you, and he can do this. And that was a cool, you know, starter pack of abilities to give to Sparks to be further, you know, help to Spyro. But to have him change colors and take more than just one extra hit, and to I think that's a thing in Hero's Tale, and to have him, you know, do lockpicks and stuff like that. That's cool.
Okay, done.
Which Pringles flavors do you like the most? I don't eat Pringles very often, so I guess I have to be boring and say the original.
Yeah, I don't eat Pringles very often, but I guess, I don't know, pizza Pringles are pretty good. And, I don't know, maybe...
I see
like,
why.
sour cream and vinegar, is that the one?
I see. Todd's an advocate for psychic characters. I love sidekicks with a great personality. Legend, Sparks, Daxter, Murray and Bentley, Clank.
Oh, okay.
More often the sidekick is better than the main character.
I don't always think that, but I like... I mean, in Daxter's case, yes.
What? You don't like?
Gonna
Oh,
kill
I'm gonna
Praxis.
kill Praxis.
No, I really don't like. I'm gonna kill Praxis.
Hi, Bianca. Did you bring any more food? I'm starving.
There's no time for that, Hunter.
Oh, I'm gonna start cussing now because I can.
I'm gonna kill Praxis.
He pickpocketed a key from the Hermit in Dawn of the Dragon. See, I don't know any of that because I haven't actually played Dawn of the Dragon yet.
Oh shit.
I can play whenever I want because I finally finished Eternal Night like a year or so ago. Nostalbro's here. Hello.
Trust me, but I want to help you
Hey,
stop the
Nostalbro.
sorceress. There's a way to open a hidden portal to her
Look,
lair,
it's
but
Bianca.
it'll take some very strong magic.
Listen to me, Dragon
If you can
Spyro.
find more of the dragon
Listen to me,
eggs,
Dragon
I think my
Spyro.
magic will be strong enough to
What
open
if
the portal.
Spyro just
I'll
set
come
her
find
cape
you when
on
you have enough
fire?
eggs, okay?
She wouldn't like that.
What if you went behind her and played with her ears? I'd probably do that.
I would do that too. I think Hunter does that.
Probably. I think Hunter and Bianca is just you and me. I feel like that's the vibe we give off.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, and you're just like, yeah, anyway.
Anyway.
Do you enjoy when we're sitting?
fuck off.
Well, well, Spyro.
Do you enjoy when we're sitting on the couch and I mess with your hair?
It's a life-
Not really.
Okay.
Ha-ha. You've always
You're
had
gonna
a
do it anyway.
weakness for helping silly little creatures, haven't you?
Woohoo! Yippee! I'm free! Thanks, Spyro.
That's the thing Jack from Jack 2 onwards makes for a great contrast to Dexter. Jack is usually no nonsense, serious, and badass. Dexter is witty, flirty, and cowardly. They mesh well together. Same with Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet's witty and clever, and Clank is more of a matter-of-fact kind of character. I mean, back then, Ratchet was a dick.
Back then, Ratchet was a
Clank was-
dick, and Clank is fucking funny in the old games.
He was horny sometimes. Because even he would try to pick up on the hit on the robot girls.
Yeah.
Wow, I fucked that all up. It's the one thing everyone always says, especially with Rift Apart out. I still think it was really funny how Donkey made his video, and then he made a little montage of everyone thanking one another, and I didn't realize just how much everyone said thank you, and just how nice everyone was to each other in that game. It was kind of an eye opener, to be honest.
Wait a
Not
minute.
that mine
Wait.
weren't open already.
Wait. What is this?
Donkey,
Yeah, but like,
Donkey
what video
made
is this?
his review of Rift Apart.
Oh my god.
What?
No, like, no, it's like, oh my, I didn't realize the whole thank you thing either.
Oh yeah. Because he says, but a lot of people were already thinking around that time. You know, it was arguably popping up. I think arguably that whole Ratchet's feeling a little too nice or whatever nowadays probably started around the PS3 era. Maybe. I mean, you could probably attest to that more than I can, but I started to hear it around the time of the reboot game.
You can confront the
Yeah.
sorceress whenever you're ready. But
I
be
mean,
careful. She'll be
like, you
expecting
mean
you.
just Ratchet being nicer in general, like when that became a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like, it really started, well, in the reboot. They just fucking exaggerated it in the reboot. It's like it's so not Ratchet.
Because it's still, yeah, because it was still lingering in full force in Rift Apart. It lends a little more credence how everyone's like, it's like a Pixar thing. It's like not just the way it looks, its cartoony nature and how detailed it is, like an animated film, but also the fact that, I mean, it just kind of hits those beats of a movie of that kind, where it's all the characters are really nice. They might have some attitude, maybe, but they never go too crazy with it. And then you have to have these characters that have these little quirks about them or personality traits about them that lend to the, you know, the breakup in the, you know, halfway mark, that you know, oh, now we've got some drama happening and the characters aren't seeing eye to eye, but then someone has to leave or something, but then they come back in the climax and everything's good and they live happily ever after. Like, it's really predictable, and while it works and it's a story trope that works, and you know, just a method of storytelling that's been reused over and over. I mean, for it to be done in Ratchet to like this, it's that blatant. It's very, very strange in hindsight. The harder you think about it.
I mean, even I expect that, but you know, at the same time, it's like it doesn't make it less fun though. If the game is just good and like, you know, if it feels like it's fun to play, then it's fine.
Excuse me, hello. See you, local ferret. No, yeah, Ratchet was definitely more heroic and selfless in the PS3 games, but he wasn't like a goody two-shoes into the reboot.
Yeah, like, in Going Commando, like, they made him nicer. That was like, okay, he was too much of a dick in the first game. They made him a little nicer, you know, James Arnold Taylor's voicing him now, like, he sounds a little bit nicer as Ratchet, so it's just, okay. But it's not like he lost his personality completely like he did in the reboot.
Yeah, like there's nothing inherently wrong with having a character who's a hero and who's nice. I mean, obviously that's kind of what you want in a heroic character. Right. It's just the fact that wasn't always the fully established characterization of Ratchet from the very beginning. While he was a hero, he hit on chicks. He was a little more selfish. He was flawed, and that led to, you know, I think I wouldn't say realistic type of character, like, you know, or like even a fully relatable character, but like it made him more of like a punk teenager kind of character. That's who he was supposed to be.
Yeah. And
you know, he oogled chicks and he tried to look cool and he wanted to have his face plastered on stuff when they did the hoverboard thing and all that. And he was like, oh, I could get famous off this probably. This could be really cool.
Yeah.
And you know, and it's not inherently like he was a greedy, you know, fucker. It's just the fact that he was just like a punk kid, and there was nothing really inherently wrong with it. I mean, sure, at some points later on in the first game, like coming towards like the middle-ish to the end of the game, yeah, he was kind of like relentlessly kind of a dick, but like to a point where it's like, okay, ease up, dude. But like that's probably where they thought, okay, we have to like revamp him a little bit. But
yeah,
to the degree that they did over time, by the time we get to, you know, the Reboot and Rift Apart, like now he's a Pixar character, and there's nothing inherently wrong with it. That's just not what I think he was. That was not what he was meant to be, really. He still should have the whole series, or like the whole feel of the series when the first game, you know, before it was a series, they made a lot more of those, you know, innuendos and those puns, and sure, I mean, the most they really went with by the time of the reboot was kick some asteroid. Okay. Yeah. But like the fucking first game's box art was like the back cover, it was like, what did it say? That they put the word shit. Well, no, I think they put the word shit on the front cover, but they censored it with like the little symbols and stuff. Or it was like big ass weapons, or it said something like that. Yeah.
I'd be surprised if that was just what they did. Balls.
Yeah. Balls. Yeah, Deo wrote the back cover.
Look out, Spyro.
I feel like they could, during the, you know, the older days of Ratchet and Clank, I feel like they could just put anything on it. They're just like, yeah, that's funny, all those innuendos, that's awesome. And then, like, the kick some asteroid. Why do I feel like they wrote that and they're just like, is that okay? Is that too offensive? Ooh. like,
Is
I
that
don't
too on the
know.
nose?
I don't know. Can you write that? Ooh,
Ted Price was yelling over everyone. I don't think this is a good idea, but we'll go with it anyway.
Someone like wrote something super inappropriate, and they're just like, "No, you can't do that anymore."
No, dial it down. Dial it down.
He came in and started yelling at everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Silver. He still had an edge, but he used it to defend his friends, not bicker with them.
Okay, here I go.
But he did bicker with Clank.
Yeah.
In hindsight, in the first game anyway, they did have a lot of back and forth with each other. But that's the thing. Yeah, shut up, Clank.
Ratchet's 2 moods.
I was watching that back recently. No, even Clank would snap back at him with like,
It's
well, yeah, but
true.
it's your fault that we're here or whatever. Like he'll snap back at him. He wouldn't do that in the recent ones. He'll just be like, oh
Like, it's
dear, I
way
guess you're
too nice
right.
to do that shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, fuck! Oh god, fuck!
They-
Damn it, no, Hunter! Oh!
They turned Clank from a robotic playboy into Ratchet's mother figure.
Yeah.
He was the hip guy. I remember that was a funny moment from the first game where they wanted to endorse Ratchet for the hoverboard thing, and he didn't know really how to like. They shot the promo like right then and there, and he was put on the spot. And he didn't know how to like give a good tagline. So then Clank took over, and he was just like, "Yo, dudes, how's it going?"
Yeah. I didn't like it.
Because that was the joke. It's like, oh, the serious little silly, funny, weird robot knows how to speak the dude language.
The dude language, the slang
The
that
to-
everybody knows.
Yeah, he's totally tubular, dude. It's probably one of the reasons why Sly hasn't come back yet. Is snarky and at times inappropriate humor might not. Well, it was never inappropriate. See, okay, Sly has a completely different feel.
Yeah.
Sly was more inspired by those like more adult noir type of, you know, like spy or thriller type of, you know, films and
Yeah,
shows and
sure.
series and stuff. So to aim that towards kids, but still have that edge, that was impressive for its time too. That was what made Sly, you know, appealing. Because they did have some kind of adult jokes like that and whatever, and they didn't really shy away from, you know, Sly and Carmelita making out or something or whatever, you know, like it's fine. And I don't think that, you know, we should pussy out anymore like that, and we should, you know. They should be able to still show stuff like that.
Ooh, is that okay?
Especially when it's like all in parody and in good fun.
I don't know. I feel like back then with Ratchet and Clank, it was very different in the way that it came across, because just talking about like Clank, the way he was compared to how he is now in like the reboot and stuff, like you have to understand that so many robot characters are like that. Like, if you got a, you know, robot sidekick, obviously, you know, they're the smart one. They're like, you know, they're
Yeah.
the straightforward one. They're to help you out and stuff. While like you're, you know, the main guy is the dumb one. It's like, but that's not how it was. Like, in the original game, Clank was like, he was actually like super naive.
Yeah, he was really naive.
He wasn't just the smart
quick
one.
to
Like, he was
trust.
smart, but
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he fell for stuff. He was gullible.
yeah, very gullible. He felt more like honestly, he felt more human than a robot. We didn't get a
how was
lot
your
of
depart-
robot characters who were like that back then, so it was very different for them to do something like that. Now they're just reverted to like, well, this is who he is now, just like every other robot character.
Everyone's been flanderized. Because that was something else that Dunkey mentioned when talking about Rivet and Kit. He said that there are some really good, you know, storytelling things they try to do with them because of their themes of, you know, like anxiety and then and trustworthiness and stuff, and it's some really good stuff that they do explore sometimes, but really when it comes down to their personalities, they're just the same type of characters as Ratchet and Clank. They're just girls. You know,
I mean, really.
like
I mean, they are, but it's like, I do bring that up in my video, actually. It's sort of like, what happens at the end is like sort of an inverse to what happened between Ratchet and Clank in the original game.
I tried to ask how was your part, by the way. I only asked because I haven't bought a PS5 yet. No, it is a good game. Yeah, don't let us. Don't. We're hoping to try and make it sound like we don't like the direction that Ratchet and Clank is going, or whatever. It's really just the character portrayals, and I'm not even like. I am nowhere near the fan that Miharu is, because I've only ever played and beaten the very first Ratchet and Clank, the reboot, and Rift Apart. I do own Going Commando and Up Your Arsenal. I'm like a ways into Going Commando, but I haven't played nearly as many Ratchet games as Miharu has. She is the much bigger fan. Plus, she grew up for the most part with Ratchet and Clank, and I didn't. But I can still see too that, I mean, sure, character portrayals, yeah, they evolved and they're way different now than they were back then. But the game itself, Rift Apart, it's really fun. I do like it a lot. I had a lot of fun with it.
Like, yeah, it plays good. Like, it's just kind of like, you know, a solid, like, fun game, and it's really easy to platinum and 100%.
Yeah, it's a very beginner-friendly game.
Yes.
Which also, again, is kind of in contrast to the old games, where the very first game is actually pretty difficult, especially near the end of the game.
Yeah. And then Going Commando, which I still think is one of the hardest games I've ever played in my life.
I think it's just a testament, like how we've been saying, to especially when we had our E3 stream, you know, it's just a testament to the times, because the way that Naughty Dog evolved from Crash is to make Jak and Daxter, which first started off with a lot of Crash influence, but then became its own thing when it went into a more GTA style type of, you know, gritty game. Ratchet, or Insomniac, made Ratchet, and Ratchet was their evolution of Spyro, where Spyro was very kid-friendly. Not that Ratchet isn't, of course, but, you know, it didn't have too deep of storytelling. You know, Spyro 3 had its moments and whatever, but, like, you know, the three games were very safe and very, you know, similar to one another, and they were simplistic in their own rights, and they were still really fun. Ratchet had more story, and it had more, you know, there was a more sarcastic edge to it, and a more parody-like edge to it, a more, you know, like, dealing with bigger stuff, bigger topics in the stories, in the storylines and all that, and it just felt bigger.
Yeah.
And just it had that 2000s edge to it, and we're not in the 2000s anymore, so the way everything just has evolved. That's the way things have evolved in general too. Just what parents and whoever, you know, like, can tolerate within.
Like, yeah, what people are cool with nowadays.
Yeah, that's changed so fucking. Yeah, it's changed so much throughout the last 20 years. How you said, they probably did say like, "Oh yeah, is that too on the nose? Is that okay to say? Kick some asteroid." That's not an offended one, is it?
I don't want to feel that way, but like, why do I get the feeling that's probably what happened?
Todd asked, where would you rank Rift Apart against amongst the other Ratchet and Clank games?
It's my third favorite one in the series. It's the best Ratchet and Clank game we've had in years.
I would like to see them very much try to give more of that edge in a new game if they do make a sequel to Rift Apart. Because the end of the game implies that there might, if they do another game in the near future, it's going to probably be a continuation. And it's passing the canon, so that makes sense that the character's personalities evolved and matured. I mean, sure. And well, in universe, it kind of makes sense, I guess. But in the realm of, you know, us playing it as a video game and watching these characters interact with each other over the course of all these different games, they've been flanderized, you know? And if you're not familiar with the term, it just means that they took the one personality trait that defines them and they just ran with it.
Yeah. it's just like, I don't know, it's hard because the game is really good. It's just the writing that could use some work. However, it's still better writing than most of the stuff we've had in the past few years.
Hmm. Silver says, I personally enjoy the challenge President going commando.
It's fine, I just don't really want to play it again. Like, I mean, it's a good game. I'm not saying it's a bad game, like, because a lot of games where I'm just like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, this sucks. Like, Jak 2. I don't like that game. Like, I actively refuse to play that game ever again because it just sucks to me. However, going commando, I find it's very hard. It's very difficult, but I still think it's a good game.
Hot test for me, Jak and Daxter, the precursor legacy is still my favorite platformer of all time. The gameplay, graphics, goofy and enjoyable storyline, the soundtrack, etc. are damn near perfect.
Yeah, it's just a good game.
It has a very fun atmosphere. I did like how it was very inspired by Crash. The moment I played, because I didn't know just how close to Crash it really felt until I played it for myself when I was like 17, 18. And I was like, damn, this feels a lot like Crash in a lot of aspects. There is such a thing as a perfect video game. Maybe y'all ever played Pong? It's just a ball and two paddles. It's perfect.
Pong, a perfect game.
My God, you killed the Manta. He's nearly dead.
Difference between mostly dead and all dead. You still haven't seen The Princess Bride, have you?
No. What were you doing a reference?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't pick up on it. Also had a massive crush on Kiara. She was the first video game character I ever crush on. Nice. Yeah, for me it was Coco.
Kira and Maya.
Wonder if it's actually the parents who want the game sanitized, or if it's just the companies want to censor the art for their own reasons. I mean, it's kind of both, to be honest, because the devs just have to feel around for what they feel feels the most natural for, you know, the characters and the plot lines for wherever they are now or at that current time, at any given time. But yes, public outcry or parental outcry or whatever has had effects on many things, not even just games, you know, TV shows and whatnot as well. Whole designs will get changed, or plot lines, or not so much plot lines, but like, you know, the direction or the style of something will change. The humor could change.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna go back and do Lost Flea, but I really don't want to.
Todd says, as much as I like Jak 2, 3, X, and Daxter, fuck the Lost Frontier, I do think Jak and Daxter should have stayed as a platformer series.
Yes.
I've only played a little bit of Jak 2. I've beaten Jak and Daxter, and I've only played a little bit of Jak 2, and that's been my full experience so far.
Good. That's good enough.
I mean, in hindsight, I do own all 4 of those games on PS2.
The only one I've never played is Jak X.
I want to play Jak X. I've never experienced it before. I've only seen some of the cutscenes.
Because I played The Lost Frontier, only a little bit of it, because one of the missions at the beginning was timed, and I was like, you know what? I just don't have time for this shit anymore.
You were like, fuck this. Also, if anyone's interested, tomorrow I'm going to be streaming on my channel at 1 p.m. PST. I'm going to be finishing. I'm going to try to see if I can finish up Klonoa 2 in the Fantasy Reverie series.
Oh, yeah, you didn't finish it.
And I don't even think at the halfway point yet. But again, the game's relatively short, and I've already played it, so I know what to do. You know. Jack X is pretty fun. It's not CTR, but it's still pretty fun. Plus, it gives us more of a backstory on Crew from Jak 2. I have no idea who that is, so I can't say anything about it.
Is Crew the ugly fat dude?
The ugly fat dude. I just realized you're very close to. You only have $150 left.
Yeah.
Can you hit your goal before you end the stream?
I don't think so. Because I think I'm gonna end the stream like I was gonna end like right now.
Oh dang.
Should I beat the sorceress? Because I can go in there.
Go in there.
I gotta get in
Do you
there.
want? You want to?
I don't know. I don't really mind.
Do y'all want to see Miharu fight the sorceress already? Before she ends off? For the love of God, don't go in a haunted tomb.
What's going on too?
Go into desert ruins.
So, you know what? I'll go into Harbor Speedway.
Oh, but Todd said that they were down for you to go and do the sorceress. Harbor Speedway. Don't trace the blue-footed boobies.
Maybe I will. The ugly fat dude. That is the only thing I remember about Crew. I just don't like his character design. He's a very large being.
Oh.
What was I doing? Oh yeah, hold on. I gotta restart. I forgot what I was doing.
Any thoughts of Little Big Planet? I've only ever played the first game in terms of Little Big Planet, but I do have Sackboy on PS5, and I thought it was really fun.
Sackboy's big sack.
I thought it was a good time.
Fuck off! Damn asshole.
Todd, you should play Sunset Overdrive if you have an Xbox One. It's pretty fun. It was very experimental for them. Oh, that's the reason.
There we go.
I mean, because Insomniac's now first party for Sony, I was really hoping that they would release a PS4 and 5 version of Sunset Overdrive, but it seems like they're not going to do that, which sucks. Especially because there are some Sunset Overdrive references in Ratchet and Clank in Rift Apart. Cosmic Merlin, hello! My favorite game, my all-time favorite Spyro. You're the Dread. Nice.
Oh, you fucking hell. Okay. It's so hard to do this shit because they messed up the speed stars so bad.
Sugar, hello. Sorry for not on a lot of your streams. Been busy with a lot of things like looking for a job. Well, that's fine. You're always welcome in here. You don't have to apologize. I hope you get a really good job.
Yeah. I love this game too. Well, not this version though. Fuck you! Fuck you! Jesus. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck!
You can do it.
No, fuck! I missed the thing! Damn it!
Oh.
So shitty. They messed up the speed stars so fucking bad. Fuck off. So dumb.
See more variety in Xbox's exclusives. I mean, you're never going to, unfortunately. That's just where they are. Racing games and first-person shooters.
Fuck, keep missing them.
Or gritty third-person stuff. No, it's funny because, again, we did an E3 stream where we were watching back all the old E3s from 96 to 2006, and it was interesting seeing all the variety of stuff that they would feature at E3. And there were a lot of platformers, a lot of other different things, puzzle games, all kinds of different games were at E3 back then. And then by the 2000s, we saw the early version of what we see today, all the shooters, the racing games, pushing the graphics.
Well, yeah, because now that's what it's all about. Shit. Jesus Christ.
Also, Merlin says, love all the content on this channel. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. I'll hang out here for a while. Thank you.
Thank you. No. Oh, fuck off!
Also, Merlin, I used to rage these speedways all the time. They're not fun. You play games like Hollow Knight.
This
I've
race
never
is
played it before.
Ass. It's the worst.
It is. I do not like it. I was telling you not to do this race.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna do it. Why not?
No. I can think of a couple different reasons why not.
Well, I'm gonna 170% this anyway, so
I guess.
well, not I guess.
Okay.
Judgy, okay.
Fun Bob. Have you ever played Lucky's Tale? She hasn't. I've played Super Lucky's Tale and I thought it was really fun.
I won't play a platformer game just for being a platformer. It has to have substance.
Missing out on some pretty fun games with good
Fuck
gameplay.
off! Fuck it! I was actually on a roll! Fuck you!
Aww. Yeah, like they have Rare, but all they ever do is see a Thieves. So to see Banjo, Conquer, Perfect Dark, etc. come back. That's not happening, and I hate that Blinks and Fable are gone. My friend Chase, who's a big Xbox guy, really wants to see Blinks return. But yeah, it's just never gonna happen. That was Microsoft's attempt to do what, you know, Mario
Jesus
and
Christ! What the hell was that?
let me see, I'm watching the playback. Oh my god. Yeah, Blinks was Microsoft's attempt to have a Crash or Mario or Sonic type of character for their console. But because the games didn't do that well, they just dropped the whole idea altogether, which sucks. They didn't even try again with any other type of IP. It's very unfortunate. Well, unless you consider games like, I think, Voodoo Vince and all that. I think Voodoo Vince is an exclusive. I think it is. But I can't remember if it actually is or not. If anyone knows Voodoo Vince, you can let me know if it's an exclusive to Xbox or not. But Microsoft definitely stamped their seal of approval on Blinks. It just wasn't successful. This feisty. Well, I mean, this can happen to anyone. If you do something enough times and you keep not doing it, you're gonna get angry at it. I get the same way too. I do not like these Speedway races. One of the worst additions to Spyro, I think.
All of them except fucking this one. I haven't had to do this one this many times since the very first time I did it.
I remember when it took you a while to nail this one down. That's why you put it on your one of your videos, your top 5 lists of like the worst eggs or something.
Yeah, I put it as number fucking 1.
Yeah, I remember. I had to get that footage for you, which meant I had to play it again. I'm like, damn it. These races sometimes just never felt fair because the first because you were always putting like in 5th or 6th, and then the top 3, the guys in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd for all of the races are just so fucking far ahead of you. So you barely get to them by like the 2nd or 3rd lap, and it's just it's awful.
Excuse me? How did I? What? That was weird. What just happened?
Have you played Voodoo Vince? No, I haven't. That's what I was asking. I think it's an Xbox exclusive, but I can't remember.
Jesus.
Good lead. Good job.
The other challenges are freaking nothing compared to that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Speed stars can make me fucking flail around like an idiot, and also, like, I'm too close to
I
the
hate
damn
that. That's what
water all
caused
the time.
That's what Cosmic Merlin said. I swore this remastered version totally messed up the tight control feeling of these speedways. It did. It feels more loose. You just go fly in a direction when you go to the speed stars. You're right.
And also, you're too close to the water.
That's true. It feels too much like a wild flight or something.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like Ocean Speedway either in 2.
Where do these flying
I don't like Ocean Speedway either.
from? I just saw another one grab an egg and
It's
fly.
slightly
Because a
better
good
in
chunk of it
Reignited.
is-
I don't like it in the
Fast,
original.
but his
Ocean
saucer's
Speedway in the
damaged
original
and
can
it's
fuck
leaving
off.
smoke rings. I'm gonna chase him down.
I don't like it in either version. Because you're just too close to the water for like half of it, and I hate it.
There's something about the original that always troubled me. Like, I literally have a really hard time doing it every single time.
It's weird. Nationverse says that Voodoo Vince is an Xbox exclusive. Okay, that's what I figured. I just couldn't
That's why
remember
I've
if that
never
was the
played it.
actual the case. Huh?
That's why I've never played it.
Would you play it if I had it?
Probably not.
Okay. Would you play Psychonauts?
I think I have played a little bit of it.
So I do have the first game.
Yeah, I played a little bit of the first
Oh no, Merlin, you don't like Hunter's voice in the Reignited version?
I like Hunter's voice. I like his entire personality. It's...
Yeah, also, shout out to this part of the game where because you're going slightly faster than the sheep, you can potentially pass him.
You can pass him. It's like, it actually sucks. I have to really make sure that I'm following... Like, I have to be on top of, like, the...
Yes!
I have to be on his tail, on his ass the entire time. Like,
Yeah.
right on top of him, like, I
'Cause
have
there's
to
no-
make sure.
Because there is no slowdown button. To like stop yourself in midair or to slow down. Also, hi Jedi asshole. And also, yeah, you can, that part where you're going under the bridge, you can like catch yourself and you can intentionally get yourself stuck on the thing, and that actually kind of helps you on the bridge, the legs of the bridge, the planks. It'll help reorient yourself, because if you don't do that, you're just going to be right up his ass, and you have to then at that point move with the sheep, or else you're going to miss a ring because you're so close to him.
Yeah, like, instead, like, I always make sure that I'm following, like, his trail from the UFO. I need to make sure that I'm following his trail so I know exactly when the rings, like, where the rings are gonna pop out. But even so, like, because they're so close up, like, it comes out and I'm like, whoa, like...
Exactly. I'm telling you, a lot of the physics and the technical bits of these remasters, both, you know, Insane and Reignited, were all based off probably algorithms. They're not, you know, programmed to always work this one way, the intended way, every single time. I feel like it's algorithmic. Like, this is where it should be around this time, but that's not always where it will be. And that changes the gameplay entirely from what the originals used to provide. Because cycles can get messed up for platforms and crash, or enemies will react a little bit differently to things, or they're like, if they're like mobile enemies that have like patterns, their patterns can go off sync.
77%. Oh, okay. Well then, let's see. Oh, almost 3 hours. Well, I'll leave it there. There's no way.
We're getting closer.
I'm already past the 5 hour mark in the game. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to make it 7 hours.
Todd says, yeah, I think Vivian
Can't do it
blinks.
fast this time. Oh god.
Todd says, I think Voodoo Vincent blinks were the only truly notable platformers that were exclusive to Xbox. Not much besides those two. Yeah, and even those that started, and even other games that started out as exclusives went multi-platform anyway, like Cuphead. I bought an Xbox One specifically to play Cuphead and Banjo with Rare Replay.
How was it?
Or actually,
how did we describe Spyro 3 when we were making food analogies?
you said it's like frozen pizza.
No, I said Spyro 2 is cold pizza.
Oh. Frozen pizza. Spyro 3, I forgot how you said, I forgot how you described Spyro 3.
Spyro 3 is like getting McDonald's and then eating part of it when it's fresh, and then you have to microwave the rest of it.
Yeah, because then I followed up by describing what that entails. Like, yeah, like it looks like it's really good when you come back to it, and you already know like what you're expecting. If we're talking about Reignited Spyro 3 specifically, but then when you experience it, it's not sometimes as good as you thought it was.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I think Ori is a platformer. It's sort of. It's more like Rayman, like Origins and Legends. It's just like a 2D side scroller. I do want to play Ori. I've never played it before. Yeah. Those are the two games: Blind Forest and Will of the Wisps.
Okay. All right. Done.
You need to stretch. You need to get something to eat.
I do need to stretch. I need to have my chili tuna.
Chili tuna. Tell me how that goes.
All right, I will. Okay. Anyway, that is going to do it for the stream. You got anything to plug?
Like I was saying earlier, we're going to be streaming Klonoa 2 tomorrow. So at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, if you guys want to check out Destination Mark, I will spam some silly stuff in the chat. There's my channel. Go ahead and come on in. You know, we're going to see if we can finish it. We probably won't, but we'll see how far we can get. So after Klonoa, we're going to have a special type of reaction stream. It won't be the E3 stuff this coming Saturday. It'll be a little bit different, but it'll still be very nostalgic, and hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. It will be way shorter as well. And we'll go from there. So that's all I have for that.
Yeah. So what time is it? Like 1?
1 p.m. Pacific Standard. That should be 4 for any Eastern people, and for UK, depending on what your time zone is, it'll be either 9 or 10 at night.
Okay. Yeah, and then I will be streaming something, not sure what, on Twitch on Wednesday.
Nice.
So, yep, anyway, that's gonna do it. Thank you all so much for joining and for donating and to help me get a new laptop. I'm almost at my goal. I've almost reached it. And if I get one more channel member, I can add a smug Miharu emoji, which will be funny.
Smug Haru.
Smug Haru. And if you're not already following me on Twitch, go do that. If I get 300 followers, I will do a stream of Ratchet Deadlocked.
Nice.
And of course, if I reach 10k subscribers by the end of the year, hopefully by November, I will play Enter the Dragonfly.
That's gonna be real good.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that.
As always, if you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more casual gaming content. And join my Discord, there's a link in the description below, and I will see you next time. Until then, this is Miharu, signing off.
Bye guys.